DeeDee's Dynamic Dimensions LLC is currently accepting sponsorships and endorsements, including clothing, crafts, food or beverage, health, wellness, and skincare products, as well as rendering services. If you would like for DeeDee to stop by your business to check out your products and services, or if you would like to be a guest on the show to talk about anything that's on your mind, then please send all inquiries to DeeDeeDynamicDimensions@gmail.com. In the inquiry, please include a picture of your products or video of your services, a brief description, and your direct contact information. Let's work. Good afternoon, everybody. You are tuned in with Antics with DeeDee, and of course, I'm your host, DeeDee. So today we have a very exciting show lined up for you. We have Mr. Christian Reliford coming through the building. He's going to be dropping some knowledge and wisdom on us about his experience with his weight loss journey, as well as discussing his product line, TrapNHealthy. You all don't want to miss this show. If you've ever struggled with weight loss, personally, that's a struggle of mine. So that's why I definitely am excited about today's show, because we trying to, I ain't ashamed of a push, but we want to get rid of it if we can. So y'all, like I said, make sure you tune in today. Go ahead and grab your snacks, your drinks, whatever. Get ready, because this is going to be a action-packed and knowledgeable show today. Again, you're tuned in with Antics with DeeDee. Our guest for today is Christian Reliford, and we'll be right back at you in just a moment. I've been working from home for 5 years. No, excuse me, 6 years this year. And that's where my weight came from. When I was working outside my house, I was good because I wasn't by my snacks. But now at home, my office is where all the snacks at, the good stuff anyway. So everything within arm reach. So I'm on the phone or computer all day, and I'm just grabbing snacks. I'm getting up to go to the bathroom, but I come back, everything else is within arm reach for me, and I'm not doing anything to burn it.
Yeah, but now that you know.
I do know. That's why I get out the house now. We get on up out of there.
Yeah, definitely, like I said, definitely just take a walk, man. I mean, it's nothing to it. Just, just taking the baby steps and even home exercises. The pandemic actually birthed a lot of entrepreneurs. It birthed new ideas. The old traditional way of living, I think, is starting to be a little extinct. I think right now we're at a point we're trying to come back to it, but I think right now, it's limitless to what, from small businesses to big businesses to corporations could do. And the pandemic kind of really showed us that.
Right.
So, but yeah, but now that you know, and I was saying that to say, it's in your hands, so there's nothing.
Oh yeah, I know it's my fault. It is my fault sitting up there not being able to say no, can't stop reaching, can't just. But yeah, we're doing better this year. Yeah, I'm not even within arm. Well, I am within arm reach. I got snacks over here in the drawer, but it ain't no bad snacks though. It's like peanuts. I don't know what else is in there, but I know I got some peanuts in there. Oh, so I'm doing much better. Like I said, then I'm not overeating either, because that was a thing. I'm a 20-piece chick, and I'm gonna knock all 20 pieces off. Like, yeah, half hot, half, whatever other flavor. I ain't not gonna pretend about it. I'm a buffet style. You can't take me to no regular standard restaurant and expect not to be ready to spend, because I eat. So with that in mind, I'm doing a lot better. Portion sizes, that's been a contributing factor, because I have lost 15 pounds since January the 1st.
Good.
So I know, and it's really with minimal exercise, and I know some of it is me moving around and doing all this stuff around here, but I know the biggest thing has been my carbs and sugars. I haven't had any honey buns. They are a weakness, man. Up there, cinnamon roll from Walmart. Oh my God.
Yeah, man, but as long as you know what your vices are, like I said, you know how to portion it out, but you know what works for you.
Right.
If you've been self-evaluating yourself and saying, all right, these honey buns and this Kool-Aid and all this stuff done got me not in a good mood or done put on weight, just slowly exit it. Just say, okay, I don't want this sugary drink. Let me try some water. Let me just drink water.
But see, you know, too, one thing that I did notice, and I've known this for years, but it's kind of just where it actually did hit me without me realizing it hit me. That cortisol hormone.
Mm-hmm.
When you are stressed, your body releases cortisol.
Mm-hmm.
Cortisol generally will attract carbs, sugars to your stomach region.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was really stressed out and knocking them darn cinnamon rolls and honey buns and donuts off from Walmart,
mm-hmm.
it paid off in my gut. Like, I had the big stomach. Like, my kids, I ain't had no more kids, but I was looking somewhat pregnant because that's what it was doing to me. That hormone caused me to increase in the mid region.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't realize that stress is a very big contributing factor to your weight. It's not just because it makes you eat, but it's because of your body's reaction.
Right.
And it will retain certain things. Things that your body, on a good day, it would have just went on and released it or metabolized it like it was supposed to.
Right.
But because you're stressed, it can't metabolize it because this cortisol needs something to feed off of. So it's like a magnet, drawing everything to your mid region. Some people, it might get lower in your leg region, but overall, the primary region it goes to is your mid region.
Right.
And that's something I had to, like, dang, you knew this. How the hell you get caught up? And I did. I looked at myself. Now, I mean, I don't care. I like looking at myself naked in the mirror, but
mm-hmm.
I know that I was like, no, this ain't it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, if I were pregnant, naturally, that wouldn't bother me at all. But because I knew I hadn't had a child in a couple of years, like, wait a minute, because DeeDee, we got too many kids to be not shaking back like we used to. Because my body used to snap back after them kids. And you know, my first two were twins.
Mm-hmm.
So my body has always snapped back. And that was something that I was dealing with last year. You know, self-image, my body image. And then it kind of does bother you because you do start seeing some of these people. And like I said, these people will have their whole journey posted online.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I get on board, you know, I'm looking for these results overnight. But
mm-hmm.
I ain't considering that it took you 6-7 months to get there. And so it's like, damn, look, I should have got on board back when you was still talking about XYZ. Or, you know, it's some people I know personally who going on their journeys, and they're doing real good.
Mm-hmm.
Doing real good. And
the number one person I always look at is Blue from 4.0.
Man, that's why I got to get him here.
That's why I said, man,
I got to get Blue.
If you look at him, like, he did a totally body train. Like, even with his physique, I'm not there yet. But it's just the steps I'm taking along the way to figure things out. But that's the true definition of somebody that's look like you, act like you, see you. You can see you in him, and he just a regular guy. He just put forth the effort. And there ain't nothing you can do. You can just tell, like, this is all
right,
non-surgical. This is all
it's non-surgical, and so that's where it's
and
like,
nothing wrong with getting the surgery. Like I said, and I don't want that to sound like nothing. I salute anybody that had to do it because you got some people that just physically can't.
Genetics play a role too. That
so
yeah.
I still salute myself too. I feel like, hey man, do what you must do for you. I'm super big on that. If you know what I'm saying, if you want to look a certain way, you'll do whatever you need to do to get to it. So, I mean,
right.
Confidence is key. Once you get that confidence and say it shakes some of that off, and it helps you say, okay, now that I got this removed, whether you on a table or you on a treadmill, if it gets your confidence going to get you in a more of a healthier right, man, I salute that. Do whatever you got to do.
Okay. Right. So, touching on feelings now, you said your next endeavor is to have or give people an experience.
Right.
So, well, it is going to include the massage therapy portion. Okay. And what else can they expect? I know the vibe and the atmosphere is going to be right.
I mean, kind of just, the somatic stretching, the massaging, and just a sense of peace. Like I said, just a place where you can just kind of exhale at. And that's kind of what I just want to give the experience. Once I actually I'm going to show you off air kind of like the vibe that is going into. But it's just, it'll all make sense. But just with the aromatherapy, from the stretching to massaging, I don't want to label myself a massage therapist because I think that's disrespectful to those that's actually got a license behind them. So that's why I say I'm a wellness coach offering those services. Just to make sure that's kind of, clear cut. Until I actually get my license behind me, then I'm gonna broadcast it like hell.
That's what I'm telling you.
Because man, when the schooling that I went to, the 2 years of schooling that I went to actually know what I'm doing and knowing what the beneficials are, I'm not gonna let that go to waste.
Right.
But like I said, there's some I'm friends with a lot of them that's super supportive. That I said, in due time, because even though I delayed my progression, that's my self accountability. But I'm just gonna start offering those services just so I can say, really for me, just so I can make it proud. Because I feel like I give off, me personally, I feel like if you know me, you know my vibe, you know my energy. I want you to have that positive, dope ass vibe too.
Right.
Or that positive, dope energy.
Right.
I want to kind of leave you with that. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
But yeah, but that's what I will say. I'm just, it's beyond the massages, it's beyond the stretching, it's beyond anything. I'm just want to just definitely propose an experience, and it's going to be up to you to say, hey, I want to come back and I want to attribute this to my self-care every week or every month or whatever. So.
Because everybody had a different vices when it comes to self-care. Some people, you want to go get your nails did. And I used to be that person. See, I wear my natural now. I ain't had my nails did in so long. I wear press-ons if I do decide to wear nails. But I wear just my natural nails now. So that's no longer a therapy for me. And the reason I was asking, because I want my viewers to also know, you have an additional outlet coming to the city. And in that area, that service isn't even offered. Really, the experience you're describing is not offered anywhere in the city.
Right.
I have not heard of anybody, and that's why I wanted to see, where yours stood out at. And by it being in an area where the service is not offered at all,
right,
all the more reason why I feel like it's going to really thrive, because that's over where you from. So, the people know you, and I got to come through. I got to check it out and all that good stuff. And like I said, we're doing a segment over there at that location too, somewhere in the next few weeks. I don't know. I got to get with the others over there at that location to find out.
And that's my transition to giving back, going back to the stomping ground that actually raised me, offering those services, and that's once again, that's all well therapeutic for me. So, but yeah, I'm definitely excited about that, man.
I'm excited for you because it sounds fun.
Yeah, I could say, man, what held me back for a couple of years, because social media, they'll show, you will see guys doing the most with these exotic massages, and then that's one thing I always want to separate myself from. I said, no, I want to really provide a very therapeutic session. We can keep it classy. But I ain't finna be doing all that stuff.
They be having like the old bald-headed dude souped up with muscles, and I would have had the music playing. He up there rubbing your back with his elbows all in your rolls.
So I'm not doing that. I would just make that sense. I'm not giving no happy endings. I'm not selling you. Y'all heard that,
but no tip ain't gonna make my boy dog go drop his draw. So y'all get in there and be about your business. Go in there and relax. Yeah. He ain't with Evans. I just came to dance. He just came to vibe. That's it.
I'm not offering none of those, man. So I'm not doing none of that. I'm not selling you a sexual fantasy, man. Like I said, I want to definitely sell a therapeutic experience where you, like I said, just bring the relaxation to bring the healing, but also to take you to a different kind of vibe, just different kind of world.
Really, I think that's going to be pretty good though, because like I said, we don't have any place here that offers an actual experience. Now, you got places that you can go to relax. They got massage parlors and all that, but to have everything right there in one and make that moment about that person.
Exactly.
Make it about that person, because some people, they just treat you like a check or a regular customer.
And I'm definitely not going to do that. I like to, and one of my consultations is just really want to just know about that person. That's one of the things that I like to, that's going to be one of the additions to it, that I want to know more about you. Tell me about you. Like, you know, one of the things I learned about just through my journey of life, but more so just with one of my jobs, people like to talk. Some people just want somebody to listen. Some people just want to be touched. Some people just want that outlet to feel confident and secure and to feel like someone that, you know, they will pay for it. Some people will, but more importantly, like I said, I want to offer that kind of experience. Well, you know what? Tell me about your day. Tell me what's going on with you. Tell me what you're looking to gain. I just want to hear you, because as I get to performing the stretching or performing massaging, or if the music take you to a different space, let me know about that. Afterwards.
Okay, then boyfriend number 2.
Nah.
Okay, then boyfriend number 2.
But once again, like I said, I just want to provide an outlet for that, because, you know, I think it's necessary. I mean, you got to think about it. The pandemic kind of held us in kind of almost like a luxury prison. So
it did. Everybody was homebound.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. If you were not essential, you was not out in the streets for real. Not like that. Like you might see somebody in the store, but working wise, like people did what some people didn't realize till this pandemic is how therapeutic working is for you. That gives you time away from your family. Right. Depending on what your work environment is like. Now, of course, it did help some people. It made them reanalyze what their goals are and realize the brick and mortar is not for me. Maybe I should do this, that, and the other, and I see how productive I can be for them. Well, let me go in business, because a lot of businesses did get birthed out of the pandemic.
Yes.
A lot of businesses. My only thing about the pandemic was if you did not equip yourself with some kind of skills, some hustle, something, because it was a lot of free money out here. It was a lot of free money. So to come out on this side and not have nothing to show for it, it's disappointing. Now, I'm not going to be mad at nobody, because that's your cross to bear. That's something you got to deal with. But just with whatever opportunity you have, do something with it. Don't just let this stuff go to waste.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Don't go to waste.
Like I said, being on that side where I felt like for some years I let one of my God-given talents go to waste off of fear. And one of the kind of revelations I was having with myself within the last, I would say 2 to 3 years, but really, really been having a serious talks with myself within the last 3 months. Why am I afraid of success? Why am I scared to take a leap of faith? Why be so conservative?
You better talk your stuff, Christian, because in all honesty, believe it or not, Cartel Swag by Kevin Gates. That's what lit the fire for this. The first few words is, if you don't take a chance, then you taking a chance to lose. No, I don't know. I got to get the words right.
That's fine.
But yeah, the first few words of the song. Basically, that's what it is. If you don't take a chance, you're making a plan to lose.
Powerful.
And it was like, when I kept it, every time I was like, I'm finna go and launch this podcast, because it's been something on my mind for years. It's been on my mind for a very, very, very long time. Right. And it's like the fear. Fear is a killer of dreams, because you get so focused and wrapped up in who gonna support me, and then you see other people doing what you doing. Now, see, I done had dreams where I just kept them inside, but then I see somebody else, they done took it, and then they doing good with it. And I'm like, wait a minute, now that was my idea.
Yeah.
But I didn't do nothing. They were bold enough to take that step of faith. I didn't. Yeah. And so I finally reached the point where, like I said, it's now or never. With everything that's been inside of me, it is now or never, because we're not getting any younger. When time is gone, you can't get that back. You could get money back. You could get your health back. You can get your peace back, but you cannot get time back. And time wasted.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Time wasted is a mess.
Trust me, I know. And the number one thing is that you recognize it. And now you're acting upon it.
Accountability is everything.
And I could tell you, as you're on this journey, with me being kind of an entrepreneur in sorts, within the business, know that networking is key. Mm-hmm. And the support you're going to expect from people is going to disappoint you, but the support that you get from people is going to surprise you. So just always remember that.
Oh, you ain't lying, because see, I learned that lesson it's a lesson I've always known, but it actually proven itself to be true over the last few weeks. So,
and the thing is, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but and also don't get offended by it. Mm-hmm. You just start to know how to categorize people along your journey. And I just don't, and I don't hold, now let me tell you about it, I do hold grudges only on personal things.
Somebody gonna see this and say, no, hell, he do hold grudges. Somebody lying.
But that's a flaw of mine. That's a flaw of mine that I can really kind of take accountability on myself that I am working on. But I don't let it overstep the actual goal. So, like, just say, for instance, if you don't buy from me today, I don't feel no kind of way. Because I might get you tomorrow. I might get you next month. Or I might get you, because I know that as long as when people make it cool to support something,
boy, you took the words out of my mouth.
Then they gonna follow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna feel no way about it. I'm like, eventually you're gonna see it.
Right.
Because I'm always thinking local to global. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Columbus, then the United States. I'm always looking at it like that. That's just me.
Oh, before this month over, I feel like it's gonna be people reaching out to me to be on the show. Like, right now, I'm still reaching out to folks, because folks still trying to learn, but I feel like by the end of the month, I give myself to mid-March. It's going to be people reaching out trying to get on here, because it's going to grow. Yeah, you got to believe it. You got to believe it.
Consistency, man. Just stay consistent with it. When people will respect you once they see the consistency behind it. Because like you said, the pandemic birthed, it birthed entrepreneurs, but it also birthed hustlers, but it just birthed temporary hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Temporary businesses. Like, for me, I want to be the epitome of my brand, but respected as a business. You know, I made a post, when I make posts on Facebook, it really be affirmations to myself, but I speak in a reality sense. I keep it real honestly with myself, because I'm super big on accountability.
You gotta be honest. Let me tell you something. You can lie to the rest of the world, but if you sit up and lie to yourself, you are doing yourself a disservice.
Crazy.
Yeah, you really are delusional. It's some people, though, Christian, that they really have lied to themselves and others so long that they believe those lies. Mm-hmm. And the line between fact and fiction, they're very blurred. Very blurred. Because of that lack of accountability. And again, I say accountability feel like an attack for somebody who's not ready for it.
Super facts.
And everybody ain't perfect. You know, everybody make their mistakes. Everybody got their vices. Everybody got their habits that you got to either make or break or whatever the case is. But, man, it's, you got to start somewhere. Mm-hmm. You got to start somewhere. You got to overcome that fear. Mm-hmm. Because, like I said, I was scared. I was truly scared. It's a lot of things that have scared me in life. Some of those fears I didn't have no choice but to face.
Right.
And, of course, I overcame it, and it wasn't as bad. Do I want to go through it again? No. But
it's a learning lesson.
Right. I done scratched that itch. Okay, so whatever. But this really was one of my biggest fears. Mm-hmm. Over the years, I've always said, okay, I want to talk to folks. Mm-hmm. I talk to anybody about anything. Like, if folks think I'm playing, like, you know, a crackhead want to tell their story, tell them, come on. Mm-hmm. The door is open, because I want to know. Because if it's a chance for me to let you tell your story and save somebody else from crashing out before they get to your point, just hearing your story, they might start to know the similarities in their own life and say, look, I got to stop. Mm-hmm. I got to pump the brakes, because if that's where I'm headed, I don't want to be there. Mm-hmm. You know, your story blesses people in different ways. True. Your purpose is not, everybody's purpose ain't the same. And that's something that a lot of people miss. You know, I might like you because you have a lot of information about losing weight, staying healthy. You might have a friend that does the same exact stuff or has the same knowledge, but I'm going to receive your message differently, because this friend has always been small. They don't understand the struggle of being big and then having to get back down. You only know how to stay down. Right. I need to talk to the one who done been where I'm at.
Right.
your message will be received a lot better. Mm-hmm. That's your gift. That's your testimony.
Absolutely.
That is your living testimony. And that's what part of your purpose is. I feel like you are going to walk into your destiny and your calling with the energy, because we don't have a lot of outlets around here. When it comes to ways to relax, we have a few places, massage therapy, and you know, like I said, we got it's someplace downtown, uptown Florida, something like that. Mm-hmm. And you go there to relax. But for somebody to come in and say, what's on your mind? No, massage therapists ain't doing all that talking. You might hear soft music, but they not helping you really decompress what's causing your muscles to tense up. Mm-hmm. See, what I like about your vision is not only are you doing massaging and stretching to help a person release those tensions, you're also offering preventive services for making sure that those tensions don't re-arise. And if they do, this is your way of coping with it. This is your way of working through it.
Right.
See, this is what I caught from you now. You know, my show ain't scripted. I don't write down questions. I don't write down any questions. I don't pre-rehearse. I told you, yeah, you come and we're gonna talk about your product. But we talk. We don't went everywhere. We don't went everywhere because I can't just get you in here just to talk about the brand. In order to understand the brand and why it's so valuable, it's so personal, somebody has to know what made it come.
Right.
Where were you at? Because again, like I said, I ain't studying nobody that been small all day. Like, girl, you can't tell me nothing about the struggle of bypassing a honey bun and a cold Coke on the counter. If I know I got it in there, you can't talk to me about it. But see, a big person, somebody that been there, like, girl, I know what you're going through.
Right.
And you don't have to be that way still. You could bypass it. Portion. Accountability is the biggest, though. I don't care with any journey. In order to break habits, you have to have a level of accountability to say, okay, this is where I'm at. That's where I'm trying to go. Now, how am I going to get from here to there?
Baby steps, small
baby
goals,
steps.
Goals, daily goals. Daily goals turn to weekly goals, turn to monthly goals. And I'm not just using that metaphorically in a sense of just training or losing weight. That's really all within life itself. You know, and that's something that all the things that I'm actually kind of putting into existence now, it's always been there, but it really didn't hit until I got a little bit more.
For more information about the TrapNHealthy products and services, go follow TrapNHealthy on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Again, that's TrapNHealthy, TrapNHealthy, and it's all one word. Baby steps. Next time you come, because you know you got to come back.
Oh,
you got to come back.
All the way, man. You know, you just like as soon as you hit me, you got to respond back no quicker than 3 minutes. I'm like, let's do it.
Yeah, like you got to come back. By the time you come back, you're going to see some growth.
Oh, no problem.
You're going to see a lot of growth. But I see growth even from my first filming to this one. Or my first interview to this one. I've had a lot of growth from the set changing to me getting more proficient with learning my tools and things of nature. So, growth. Baby steps. It's all learning. Again, when you open up, you know, you got to send me the info. So, when you get them folks plugged in, we got to send some folks over that way because we are going to film. I'm going to have to get with, I got to see who all is over there now. But
I just met some people today, and you know me big on networking, just talking, communicating. When I let someone know they're doing, they face lit up like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah," because she saw me coming in the last 3 days, and she was just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just working on my suite." Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm Christian.
Oh, see, I went down here. Look, I ain't wait for nobody to come by my door. I went down here and these folks doorway and introduced myself. And then even when I get here, I make sure if your door is open, I stick my head in like, hey, you know, I'm whatever. We check on, make sure. But it's been very welcoming. Support is here. Everybody has been friendly, supportive of each other, and respectful.
Big time.
Respect, like, you know, when I have my sign out or whatever, you know, don't nobody knock, but of course my door is open and, hey, stick your head in. But it's a very friendly environment right here in my building. You know, we got a hairdresser, we got Nicole with the stones and oils, and then Aisha, she has the cakes and stuff, and who else is here? Devontae the barber. It's a lady on the other side of him. I never do get her name. We just be speaking to each other. I don't meet strangers. We just be speaking to each other. I know she know my name, but I can't think of what hers.
But that's a beautiful thing how we are, though.
We are networking. We are building. Everybody's like, yo, we can't wake out. Like, you know, we got to get all this on footage. We got to let folks know where you at, because you didn't get the building for nothing or the spot for nothing. So
I promise you. I mean, it sounds cliche, but, man, I really live by this, man. Black is beautiful. And once we really understand the power that we possess, not individually, but as a unit. God damn, man. Like, every day I listen to Wale, Sue Me, because I feel like it's such a black empowerment on, if you just black, to me, it's just empowering, period. But if you a black entrepreneur or a black small business or whatever motion you got going on, man, it got the soul of Kelly Price crooning you, kind of letting you know, like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're powerful. But, like, from what I've seen from everyone I came in, man, we look alike. We may not act alike, but we in for the same purpose. And I'm no valuable than you and vice versa, but let's make this work. You know what I'm saying? Networking, organic. You know, I look at the concept of what the marathon, like Nipsey Hussle was doing.
Marathon continues. And
I see it with the different, going through the rooms, you know, the different suites of, like, this is like, you know, a black market. That's what I like.
Right.
We got a whole bunch of gumbo to make it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
It's real dope. And that's kind of like what my motto for this year, or my mantra for this year: buy back the block. We ain't just buying back real estate and property. We getting opportunities, because I'm gonna give Delonte his props and pay my homage. Delonte is really giving a lot of people opportunities. Like the girl who was here before me, she has her own unit now. These are our stepping stones. These are our beginning points. And the way he has his structure set up, like, you know darn well nobody else in Columbus had to kind of set up and structure and the support. Like, if I call him right now and say, look, I got XYZ going on, he gonna be here in 30 minutes and he fix it. Whether I'm here or not here, you know, whatever concern I have called him with, he was very quick and persistent about getting whatever resolved. That's black excellence. He is I don't know much about him personally, and I don't get into it personally. Like, I just deal with him on a business front. But as a businessman, that man is making moves. He is making major moves. And it's not many in the city limits. I don't care who this rubbed the wrong way. It's not many in the city limits that give people the opportunity. You don't know what half of us do. But if you came to him and said, look, this is what I'm trying to do. Okay, fam, let's go. Yeah, and that's the attitude he has. He ain't getting all, he's not like, look, I don't know what I want to do. I just need the space. I'm saying I need the space right now. Okay, fam, let's go.
I must say, like, just me and his interactions within the last couple weeks has been very positive. And we are almost like twin souls, just speaking positive affirmations to one another.
He's very positive.
Once I told him, like, what my vision is, it's almost like he fell out like, bro, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That kind of gave me another fire lit under me. Like, if another male companionship could let me know that, bro, that's a dope idea. It wasn't even about the monetary vision or anything to that nature. He just said, brother, I see how the way you speak with passion. And that's enough for me. And like you said, anything I needed, his responses have been within a timely fashion. And whatever I needed done has been completed. But I'm more of the type that, you know, don't take me to the, just take me to the pond. I'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
And I haven't asked him for much, but the little that I have actually came through with.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, even when he came by my suite today, he looked at it and just grinned like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be something else."
Mm-hmm.
And like he already said,
it's like, you know, he's younger than some of us, he's older than some of us, but it's like you still like that fatherly figure to us because, again, you got this opportunity. You could be doing 1,000,001 things with these buildings. That's your prerogative, what you chose to do with it. But instead of going and building your own brand, you saw a bigger picture and said, I'm going to build my brand by letting others come in and build their brand. Mm-hmm. Because it's all kind of brands moving through here. Folks upstairs and all, you know, that's making moves. Like, it's some heavy hitters and everybody started somewhere.
And that's what people don't glorify.
Don't nobody want to be around the baby face. That like when you going through dreads. Even with dreads, some people feel like they don't want to go through the ugly phase. But man, this is where the character is built at. This is where your confidence is found at. Because if you can rock these while they a couple of inches long and be smiling and proud and hold your head high, wait till they start flourishing. Because see, mine down there where yours at. Mine about at the middle of my back right now. When I get them done, I always tell Evan to make sure she pin them up. Because I don't like them drooping all over my back or on my shoulders. So I get a spider crawfish. But nonetheless, it was growth. Right. These dreads were a process. Mm-hmm. I love them, or I do love them. I almost want to start over, but I'm like, nah, if I start over now, I ain't going to say I'm going to lose all my experience, but these dreads got a story.
That's what it is.
These dreads have a story, and I'm living that story. I'm telling that story on this platform. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that all of my guests, as well as those that, you know, who are tuned in right now, I'm hoping you receive something, whether it was a weight loss tip, whether it was a lifelong mantra that you can adopt, the mindset, like, start somewhere. Mm-hmm. Don't be scared to take that leap of faith. Like, you will be surprised who can utilize your service. If you think it's a good idea, don't worry about them folks giggling when you tell them about your idea. That just go to show that's not the person you should have been talking to begin with. Them people that like to say your little business or your little show. Oh, good, why you want to do that? That's stupid. Ain't nobody gonna, like, get them folks out your ear.
Them backhanded compliments. That's what I call them, backhanded compliments. When you start like using those kind of phrases, little business or that little thing you do.
Oh, this is a big business. This is a big podcast. I don't care if I ain't got but about 200 views. This is a big podcast. And it's going to get bigger as the days and weeks continue to go by. So get negative influences out your ear. Get centered on yourself. Mm-hmm. Stop comparing yourself and your situation to the next person. Focus on you. Deal with you where you are at, and like in the words of the great Brandy Elam, handle yourself with grace.
Facts.
Give yourself grace. Just as hard or as long as it took you to get to the point where you are, it's going to take just as much effort and energy to get back to where you want to be at. Give yourself grace. That girl weight loss journey ain't your business. That dude weight loss journey ain't your business. Your weight loss journey should be your first and foremost concern. And starting it somewhere. There's a lot of resources. I know Dwayne Webb. He just retired out of the military here. I think he is a sergeant major. Retired Sergeant Major Dwayne Webb. If I got the title wrong and you gone in, he ain't gonna hesitate to check me for it. But he offers a free boot camp Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays down at Lake Bottom. I think they start about 5:30, 5:45, and he has a very big following. That's an additional resource. So for those who scared or you just don't have the funds for a membership for personal training or gym, he offers free services on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday. I'm going to double check with him before I post this so I can make sure I drop his schedule effectively, because I don't need him fussing at me and going off on me in this new year. But, yeah, y'all get it together. Get a grip on your health. Get a grip on your children. Get a grip on every aspect of your life so that someone else can't jerk your puppet strings. I ain't gonna lie, my biggest goal for this year is probably come up off food stamps.
Okay.
I manifested. I told my homegirl last year, like, girl, 2023 our last year on food stamp. And that's my goal for the year. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to stop till I get to that point where we can come off of it, because that's really like the only benefit I've ever really gotten, that of Medicaid. They always talk about my income was too high for the housing, and I'm jealous of that because I got 1,000 kids. So how do you cheat with 1 or 2 getting it? But I even with those denials, I look at it as, okay, well, God saying, no, you equipped for this. Don't worry, I got you. And thus far, in 14 years, he's always had me. So I'm going to continue to trust the process, but that, like I said, is one of my goals for the year, to get to the point where I can get the government out my business, because I want to move how I want to move. And you know, you have your limits and things with that. And so I'm removing those constraints. And y'all know I like to be transparent on my platform. That genuinely is a goal of mine. Lose some weight. I'm with y'all. I ain't just talking to y'all. Y'all done heard my accountability all through here. We're going to get rid of the peach cobbler arms this year, or work on them, and get healthier. Eat better. If you used to them 2 scoops of dressing, y'all know when I talk about food, I don't like talking about cutting nothing out my diet, but I know realistically it's a lot of starch. And it's going to be high in carbs for me. So I am making conscious efforts to change and improve my eating habits. I want you all to do it as well. I know it's my goal to be around till, like I said, I'm 100 years old. I don't know what your lifelong goal is, but I want to be able to enjoy what life I have left in me. Mm-hmm. You can't really do that when you're heavy set. And the bigger you get, you know, the worse and harder it gets, because now you don't want to move around. Now you don't want to get out of bed. Now you don't want to leave the house. Now you can't get out the room. You know, don't get to that point. Mm-hmm. I don't knock anybody on my 600-pound life. I love that show. I ain't going to lie. I watch it. I just love to hear Dr. Now go off like, you got to stop eating. You can't do it. I told you I want you on a 1,500 calorie a day diet. And them folks be lying like he don't know his stuff. Yeah. I tried. I just can't. No, man. He said, no, this is not the 1,500 calorie diet. You eating burgers. You're eating this and that. And in order for the program to work, you have to do the work. So, in order to make your dreams come true, do the work, whatever it may be. Start somewhere. Start today. This is your sign. Start today. You want to do hair? Start posting your work. Take a picture every time you do some work. You want to cut hair? Start taking pictures every time you cut hair. Well, you want to be an influencer? Start taking pictures. Now, don't be up here lying to you folks about your journey, because that's half of the problem. They lying. Some of them lying. And I'm going to tell y'all lying. Y'all know y'all lying. I've been knowing some of y'all for a long time, so I know what's what. But your journey might be a testimony, or it might not mean much to you, but it might mean the world to somebody else. Just to know that somebody else can relate to them, it's been where they're at, and they made it turn around. Start today. That's all I'm saying. Start today, whatever journey you're walking on in life. Again, Christian, I truly thank you for coming through and blessing my show.
Oh, no problem.
Man, yes. I thank you.
No problem. And at any point, you know, I'm always a phone call away. You definitely just let me know. You say, hey, I'm here.
You know, I'm coming over there, though. Oh. When you get settled, you got to let me know immediately, because we got to do something like an exclusive opening or whatever the case is. We got to do something.
Say less. Give me a...
No, don't put no time limit.
I don't put a time on it, but you're going to get my first exclusive. Oh. We're gonna pour live.
Okay, then.
Pinky promise?
Pinky promise?
Pinky promise. You're going to be the first.
Okay. All right. Now, look now, because if I see on Facebook, I don't be on there as much as I used to be. But let me look on there and see a grand opening or something, and I ain't get a call or text. So I'm going to go knock all that stuff over.
Nah, I'm going to give you the first, and then it's all going to be... We're gonna put together a plan for it, but definitely.
Yeah.
My first interview is going to be by you. It's going to be in there, and we're going to chop it up. And I want you to tell me what your experience is when you come in there.
Okay, then.
So,
So look, I'm going to get y'all to realize, you know I told y'all I've been trying to get out in the field. Won't nobody invite me. Look, y'all going to invite me. The email address to hit me is up there or wherever this caption appearing at on whatever app you see this on. Inbox me. Give me your address. We pull up around here. I got a vehicle, so we good. And I got gas money. So, say less.
Big facts.
Man, I truly do thank you, though.
Oh, that's no problem,
I thank you. I know everybody watch these shows and they like, man, why she keep saying things? No, y'all don't understand. Because, like you said, the support that you do get surprises you. Mm-hmm. And the support you be expecting, you know, it's like, okay, well. So I truly do thank you for taking the time out on this day. Because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to bless my show.
It's no problem, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it's no problem, man. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna hold you to it. Once I get everything where I feel confident and comfortable to know where it's gonna be, or how I want it to look.
For sure. Be there. I'm pulling up. I'm gonna have the same energy. I don't know why the man pulled up. He ain't had no TrapNHealthy product but the shirt. I like the shirt. I gotta get me one.
Thank you.
The link to purchase products, as well as his direct contact information, will be posted in the description. So y'all get at Christian. Check out his page. You have your Instagram account. So all of his accounts will be linked in. Inbox. He's very friendly. He don't bite. Not that I know of anyway. I'm just playing. He don't bite. So ask him anything. He's a wealth of knowledge. He has a wealth of experience. He understands the struggle of losing weight. Because he's been there before. Talk to him. Make sure y'all say, hey, how you doing? Because some of y'all like to inbox people and get straight to the point.
Facts.
I'm one of them people sometimes, but yeah, make sure you say, hey, how you doing before you start trying to get in his business or ask questions. But real talk, this was a great show. I feel like it was a great show.
I mean,
I appreciate the knowledge that you dropped on me as far as the weight loss. And I know some of the stuff was already in me, but, you know, I just need to hear it to reinforce what I already knew.
Man, we were just kicking it, man. That's all they were. We were kicking it, we were just talking, and we just so happen to have a camera in front of us, but that's it. Right. That really it. That's really it. That's what this podcast about. We ain't rehearsing nothing. I want people to get on here and speak their truth. I don't need no watered down stuff. I don't need no artificial coloring and additives. I need to know the real truth because you can't help anybody effectively if you're not being truthful with them. Some people want to water it down, say you just lose the weight, that's it. Everything fine. No. It's more to it than losing the weight. You gotta do more. Yeah. And it's gonna take a conscious effort to keep it off. You can't just go buy the weight off and just be still living the same life that you were living before you got to that point. You got to make better choices. You can, but you're not omitted from the consequences, which is putting the right on. So if you go back to the same lifestyle, you know, then of course you're gonna get the same results. Life. Bottom line. But this was a great show. I thank y'all so much. If you're still tuned in with me, we have, again, Mr. Christian Reliford, and y'all have been Reliford. It's all good. Look, I done called you Reliford. No, and that's the first time I messed your name up. I've been doing good. Oh, it's all good. Y'all have been tuned in with Antics with DeeDee. I hope that this show blessed you today. And if it doesn't bless you, hey, send it to somebody who you think it can resonate with. Bless their life. That'll be your mission for today. If it didn't apply to you, send it to somebody it will resonate with that you know. And bless their life, help them to spearhead. Is it spearhead? Spearhead. I think it's spearhead their weight loss journey as well as whatever it is they want to do with their life. Love on your people. I am DeeDee, of course. Mr. Christian, you got anything else for my viewers before we close out? Just follow me on all social platforms, Facebook, IG, Twitter, everything TrapNHealthy, TrapNHealthy. Once again, that's TrapNHealthy, TrapNHealthy, all social platforms. But once again, just follow me, support, tell a friend to tell a friend. That's it. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. DeeDee, thank you so much, sweetheart. Once again, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
And you guys will be hearing from me soon. So be on the lookout for big announcements. But once again,
the exclusive. Don't y'all inbox him asking him nothing. That first spot is mine.
But definitely, man, just continue to support all black businesses. No, excuse me, support all good black businesses. I want to differentiate that because
I'm glad you threw that in there, Kyle. We're going to throw something extra now. You can't be when I call your phone, ask you what your business hours is, and rolling your eyes through the phone.
Right. So just make sure that you support good people. More importantly, man, support good people, support good black businesses, man, and just check me out. Like I said, everything dope. So thank you.
Well, that's it. That's the conclusion for our show today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with Antics with DeeDee, featuring Mr. Christian Reliford. Next week, we do have Blue in the building. So let me throw that out there. Excuse me, Mr. T. Flowers, Coach T. Flowers.
Coach.
We got Coach T. Flowers coming through to bless the show next week. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in, because if you've been listening, he is really going to have a lot to drop on us, and it's going to go past the weight loss, because I got to do this Blue versus T. Flowers on him. I know he going to look at this and laugh like hell. So, Blue, that's what we looking for next week. But till next time, we're out. So that concludes the Antics with DeeDee featuring Christian Reliford interview at my studio. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night at the same time and on the same channel, because y'all don't want to miss the exclusive experience that Christian gave me at his health and wellness suite. Y'all, he had me glazed up like a fresh honey bun straight out the pack, and y'all got to see it to believe it. Until then, make sure you liked, shared, and subscribed to Antics with DeeDee, because I have so much more in store for y'all this year, and I don't want y'all to miss any of it. Y'all be blessed and have a good evening. I'm out.